and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Dogs will kick this away to start us off. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Snap motion from the offense. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. They're going to run it. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but then make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Single back takes the handoff. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Caught quickly. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here's the second down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Misses the receiver. Incomplete. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
Now, this is the 8th play on this drive. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw again. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Oh, just a tough way to start this game for this offense. Throwing an interception on their very first drive. Now, see how their own defense will do, but they cannot panic, make a couple adjustments, and get ready next time they get the ball.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Makes a quick catch. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw, and it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envision this game getting started. You see an interception early, you're thinking, okay, great opportunity, bang, they throw an interception right back. So everything is even, we can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
Here comes a handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Looking to scramble. The pass ball is incomplete and tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you could close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. It's Marcha. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Or hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the big tight end. When they bring him down, that's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. Catch is made down the middle. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Dogs. So we'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter.
7, Clemson, 3.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires this one deep middle. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. It's his first passing touchdown to this.
It's blocked. Only scoop it up. Can they make something happen here? The 40. He's past the 30. At the 10 now. And he's all the way to the end zone to erase the lead. This game is back even. So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive game for the offense.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
It's man-to-man coverage. It's pretty good coverage, but the quarterback puts the ball away from the defender near the sideline where the receiver can go over and make a play.
Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Here's the handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Well, Kirk, no surprise. You get these two teams on the field, and it's tight and competitive right to the finish.
Well, Chris, the last time these two teams met, remember, it came down to the wire, the very final few minutes. Sure hope we get another one like that today.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this 1st down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And he'll set up to throw. Pass caught. And they'll get him down that time.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pass is caught. Good enough for first down yardage. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The Dogs looking to cash in this red zone trip. The shotgun running play call. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end. There shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Field goal try, no good. He missed it. So in the second quarter of play, this game remains tied.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes a handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. And the Tigers come to the line to run the hurry up. He's back to throw again on second down. Quarterback looking to scramble. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to make a big play downfield. The pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense getting set. It's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Marchup. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense Gets a fresh set of downs. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. But there is a flag down, so we'll have to check and see what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And here's the return from inside the 5. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They'll tackle him at the 27.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using his legs, it's Peterson. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Oh, here comes the reverse. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
They'll hand it off. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The short completion of the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, Those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Sacked on heavy pressure there.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
With the sack on first down, it's second down. Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a quick grab. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. And the Bulldogs will look to convert here on fourth down. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Georgia. And they will claim the second half lead. Can you say methodical? A marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
16,
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. He'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defensive coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Not much on that play. Brought down short. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
coming up, fourth down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? tackled after the takeaway, and that will end this quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 16, Clemson 12.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll run it to the left.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now the try here for the extra point.
In the end zone.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
23, Clemson 12.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Will take over. First and 10.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And there's the handoff. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking to scramble now. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a 1st down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there, play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. They attack the deep middle of this defense. Could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's caught downfield. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Where's the snap? Looking to throw the ball. They pressure him and get him on fourth down. There is a flag, but I think this sack is going to stand. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walk out, and you can take advantage of it.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. That's good for a first down near the 40. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Looking for some space. It's Peterson. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And now the running back's got it again. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Second down after that previous play. Receiver in motion now. And the single back takes the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Peterson. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw for the first down. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Boy, interesting call to me, Chris. With the lead, a chance to maybe settle for a field goal, make it a 2-possession game. Instead, the aggressive approach. Now you give your opponent a chance to get back in this game.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here, but they got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down play coming up. Here's that defense shifting again. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
They need to score quickly here, try to dial up some big plays. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. Powerful running into the secondary. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kurt. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.